We were involved in a previous company that brought the Bitcoin fund and the Ether fund to the Toronto Stock Exchange. We had to drag the regulators kicking and screaming to approve it.
Hey, Flo here with Blockchain North. We're here at the VirgoCX Ecosystem Night, the opening night for Futurist 2023. So I'm going to ask you for your 30 seconds, who, what, and why.
Okay. My name is Shaun Cumby. I founded Arxnovum Investments to invest in digital assets in the blockchain and crypto space. We were recently acquired by Virgo, and we're thrilled by that to address a much larger audience and investor base. And the why is because I believe that we are in the midst of a transformative new technology akin to the creation of, for example, cellular phones 30 years ago.
Fantastic. Well, that's a perfect setup for my next question. I was going to ask you, where do you think we are in the crypto or blockchain sort of life cycle?
We're still very early. I mean, this past year has just been one of like acceptance by the who's who. Once BlackRock said that we are going to come out with a Bitcoin ETF, every institution in the world has taken notice, right? There's no excuse now. You can't say, oh, this is used by criminals, or we don't understand this technology, or this might go to zero. Those days are gone. That's like saying gold is going to go to zero. Gold is not being useful. Bitcoin and the blockchain are here to stay. It's just a matter, are you going to play?
Awesome. Well, you're perfectly setting me up for my next question. So, as a traditional investor with a lot of experience and a lot of big deals in your experience, what is the appetite for crypto, for blockchain projects in the investment community today?
It's huge and growing. Right, a $7 trillion asset manager like BlackRock is not going to come into the market if there isn't demand. Right? Larry Fink used to say, "I don't see the demand." Well, he sees the demand today. We've talked to some of the largest family offices in the country, and they're currently already involved. The banks are going to get into the space, and it's going to be the first movers, like in everything, like in the internet, like with cellular technology, with the new genomics revolution that's going on. It's the early players that will win long term, right? We were involved in a previous company that brought the Bitcoin fund and the Ether fund to the Toronto Stock Exchange. We had to drag the regulators kicking and screaming to approve it. We had to take them to court, and we won. But by winning, we were allowing Canadian investors to simply gain access to Bitcoin at $9,000 and Ether at $650. They're all very happy now if they were able to buy and hold in a traditional, easy-to-use brokerage account. We're evolving past that now, and we're creating strategies that'll be the next evolution of how to participate in the crypto and blockchain space.
And that company I think you were talking about was probably Purpose Invest, I'm guessing, who launched the first Bitcoin and Ether ETF?
No, it was 3IQ Corp, and we had to take the OSC to court. It was a lengthy battle in the summer of 2019, and we won. They wrote 4,000 pages, I wrote 4,000 pages, I got on the stand, they got on the stand, and we won at the end of October, and my partner Tanvir Sodhi and I put our heads down, and we created those funds and got them listed on the Toronto Stock Exchange and blazed the path for all Canadian investors.
That's fantastic. Well, I'm glad you corrected me here. A topic I know you're quite passionate about is the potential of Bitcoin for investors. Do you want to speak to that in 2 minutes or less?
Yeah. The potential is just huge. This is something that is a very different thing. This isn't like a local company. This is a global technology that can benefit and every person on earth, right? From somebody in Afghanistan that is doing all of their banking on a mobile phone to incredibly large sovereign wealth funds that need a long-term store of value. Look at the thesis of somebody like Michael Saylor that's bought billions of dollars worth of Bitcoin. This is going to be a store of value that's immutable, that allows people to step aside from debt-based fiat currencies. And the potential is just enormous.
Yeah, for sure. Well, we agree, of course, but it's good to hear it from someone with your experience. And finally, any last message to wrap us up in, let's say, 10 seconds or less?
I wouldn't want to see anyone put all of their money into Bitcoin, but put some of your money in Bitcoin. Get off zero, as they say. 1, 2, 5%, whatever you feel comfortable with. Understand that this is a long-term technology. It's akin to Imagine back in the day, you had two brilliant engineers from Motorola wandering around the basement with two cellular phones. Can you hear me now? Right? The value of that electromagnetic spectrum was zero. You had a network of two guys. But now, we've got 7 billion smartphones in the world, and the network is enormous, and tiny slivers of cellular spectrum sell for hundreds and millions of dollars and billions of dollars because it's a global technology. Bitcoin and its associated blockchain are the same thing.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.